Good afternoon, everyone. It's Thursday afternoon, and I'm just up at one of our plots of winter barley, and I'm going to burn off around the headlands. Now, I'm not going to be burning off very much. I'm only going to burn from the headland tram line just into the ditch. The reason for doing so is just to kill off any grass in along there, and it just leaves it a little bit easier when we're ploughing it a little later in the season, or a little later in the year. So that's the only reason, really. I have burnt off in the past to help to reduce the moisture in the barley or in whatever you're cutting, but I'm not doing that this year. I haven't done it now this couple of years, really. The reason I haven't done it is because we've treated our barley for the last few years, so we haven't needed to burn it off, because the moisture levels doesn't really matter, because you're adding water anyway. So you want the moisture levels to be about 25% when you're treating it. So if it's 20% or 20, in around 18 or 20%, the higher it is, the better, the less water you have to add to it when you are treating it. So preferably if it was raining when we were cutting it, it'd be even better. We could get it in at a nice high moisture, but I don't think that's going to happen with the weather we've been having lately. And just setting the revs at 540. And the sprayer, I wanted to work at 2.4 bar, and that'll be going on then at the right rate. The plan is to put on about 2 litres per hectare of Roundup, and that should be sufficient for burning it off. We're not going to cut this for another, probably about 10 days or so. So it'll be about the end of next week, or maybe next weekend. I've done the other plot that's in town, and just doing this piece here now. So yeah, it's not too bad. It'll not take too long to burn it all off. There's 2 small fields here at the front. They've got about 2 acres each in them. So I'll just scoot around each of these fields first, and we'll do the larger fields out the back then. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this crop yields now next week. If you remember back, we had some very poor conditions when we were sowing it. But it has recovered fairly well. Now, that's how it's finished here in this field. Yeah, it has recovered fairly well. Even Headlands is fairly good as well. You know, they were very patchy initially, but yeah, we just have to. You're not really going to know until we cut it how it yields. If it yields something around 3 tons per acre, maybe 3.5 tons per acre, we'd be very happy. Land in our area doesn't yield a whole pile more than that, or the pieces of land that we have in our area doesn't yield much more than that anyway. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it does. I haven't had many videos up over the last week. Reason being was that I was away for 5 days over in the UK. I was over at the British Grand Prix. Had a fantastic weekend, and didn't get back until Tuesday morning. So Yeah, the few videos that I stuck up, one over the weekend and one I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, and yeah, I took those videos last week and kind of just popped them up then, and yeah, just didn't make any videos yesterday. We set up the fertilizer spreader on the tractor. Still haven't used it yet, but it is set up. I think I have the gist of how to use it. We know whenever I go to use it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the setup on that, and yeah, looking forward to using it actually. So we'll just have to see how that works. Yeah, it's quite patchy here in this. This is a whole wet area usually in this bit of land, so it is a little bit patchy. But the crop definitely looks good. It looks like it's the heads are all fairly dense and there's plenty of them there, so that's usually a good sign. We'll have to see when we cut it. I've just finished burning off here, and yeah, just have a quick look at the barley. You can see the grass that I was talking about. This is the reason why I like to burn off, especially in this area here. That this area is prone to a little bit of flooding in the winter time. Now obviously it's bone dry now with all the good weather we've had, but the fact that there's not much barley here in this part of the field, the grass has taken over. Now if you don't burn this off, it will torture you when you're trying to plough it. So that's really the main reason that we like to burn off around the headlands. Not the length of time it takes or the cost of it. It's just to leave it a little bit easier when you do go to plough it next time around. Yeah, there's a good crop of barley in this. The first thing I notice when I look at it is the height of the barley. The barley is between 3 and 3.5 feet tall, which is very, very good. So that should indicate two things: one, a fairly good, healthy crop, and the other thing too is a lot of straw, which straw could be worth more than the barley this year, the way things is going and the prices that are being quoted for straw. So it's definitely a good year to have an abundance of straw. Also, the other thing is the head size. Head size is fairly good. It's been a good year for filling out the head and the grain. All the sunshine has seen that that has been done earlier than usual, and also has filled it out to a good size, so should also help with yield. I'm just wading into it a wee bit. I'm just going to steal a couple of grains here just to bite into them and see. They're fairly hard. I've heard of people cutting this week, and coming out very hard. It's averaging around 18% moisture is what I'm hearing. 18 and above actually. See, that one there is much softer. As you can see, let me see if we can see, it's much softer, whereas the previous one I bit into, it'll nearly break your teeth. So I presume it'll be something around the same as what was being quoted, 18 to 20%, which would be fine. We'd be quite happy with it at that, because like I say, as soon as we have it cut, we'll be treating it anyway. Yes, that'll be towards the end of next week. We'll be cutting this, and we'll see how the crop does. So that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.